Welcome back, gang. We're gonna get a little insane. Come on, hop on the train. We're gonna work on the main chain. When we're done, you'll probably be so shocked you'll need a cane. Hey there, major miners and minor miners. It's been quite a while since I have made a video. I've been uploading some old ones that I put together about 6 months ago, trying to get things caught back up. But now that I'm over some of the technical difficulties and time constraints, I am excited to move on to the next step of the island reformation process. So, as of now, we've had quite a bit ahead of us. With these trees and with the cemetery project, which we're still going to touch up. We're still going to add a little bit more into the cemetery to spice it up, or should I say spruce it up a little bit. Minecraft joke. Anyways, so I'm excited to see how that all turns out, but there's going to be sort of an overall step at the end where we add plants and a little bit more flair to every piece of the project. So for now, let's move on to the next step of the island reformation as far as big steps are concerned. This glass window is a little bit obsolete and old. I just kind of threw it in when the project started, and if you guys remember, there's a hole that goes all the way through in the same shape to the ground, and I always just thought it'd be kind of neat to put something together that you'd be able to see all the way through the island from the bottom or the top. And the glass is just, it's got to go. It's not looking the way that we really want it to. So let me load up one other thing. There we go. I've got a little bit of a reference file that I'm going to be looking at so I don't forget some of the finer details of what I'm doing. But let me get to work. I've put this together in my test world, and it seemed to work. So let me dig into this thing and get rid of some of this glass. And let's get this project going. Let's get these over here. All right, so I've really missed, you know what? I don't think I need the waste diamond. I mean, as far as breaking glass, it breaks the same speed pretty much no matter what I use. Here we are, and break that. All right, so I'm going to create a chain that holds down the floating island. That's the thinking I'm going with here. So to create that chain, I need something that kind of makes it latch onto the island. I'm going to use fence to create that illusion. I think I put a couple trapdoors here, and just like with the suspended bridges that I created on the way to the little fairy house earlier, I am going to use trapdoors too to kind of give it a wooden sort of look. Do I want to go down? No, not yet. Okay. Gonna put that just like that. Okay, so we're gonna do that on all of the edges. We're gonna create a pattern that sort of repeats, but not too much around all the edges. So the design is varying enough to where it won't look boring. At least I think it is. If you don't think it does, that's fine. You can let me know, and maybe we can switch these up. I thought of maybe a north, east, southwest type thing, making each one differently to point differently, something that might match up with the Tower of Elements. If you think that would be fun, let me know. Maybe we could create a shape in the future in the Tower of Elements that is similar to this, or maybe even the same sort of like chain design on one of the floors that ties both of these in architecturally, like who the same mysterious creators that created the island created the tower. I don't know. It'd just be something fun to mix it up a little bit. So let's continue digging into this and getting rid of all this excess glass. You know, I'm excited about getting rid of the glass. It's just, it's not bad. I mean, I use it in lots of places, but in this usage, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense to have just glass sitting in the middle of the island. Unless, of course, some crazy guy that built a giant house put glass there, which might have been the case in the past. Here we are. All right, so I'm not sure exactly when this video is going to air, but when I'm recording it, it is the last few weeks of 2014. And before, when I would make videos, I always just assumed they would be up shortly. But after that last long extended wait that you guys have had for my videos, I'm not going to assume this thing is going up tonight. Who knows what's going to happen. But it's the end of 2014 when I recorded this thing, and it's fun to watch sort of the media, the video game media, on what the game of the year might end up being for this year. A lot of people's money is on, here we are, more, not indie games. I want to call Child of Light an indie game, but that's not what I'm looking for. But more traditional games. There we go. Like Child of Light. Will the award go towards something like that? Or will the awards that the gaming media create go towards more in-depth games, like maybe the remake of GTA 5 for the new systems? So that's always an exciting thing to watch. You guys can throw in the comments what you think is going to be the game of the year. So on each corner, what we're going to do is use netherrack sort of as or nether brick as one of the foundations of the anchor that's going to hold the chain. See, we could just do a chain and make it go down and hook it to the dirt, but that'd be boring. I mean, if you're really going to have a giant chain that holds down the island, then chances are it's probably needs something that really hooks it to the island. Otherwise, the island would just tear away from the chain, right? I mean, whatever mysterious force it is that's making this thing float would take the island right away. And you guys will be happy to know that I have added some diamond tools by mass request from those of you who watch my videos. Use diamond tools. It's driving me nuts watching you use stone tools. So I added diamond tools. I was saving my diamonds for a project, and I'm actually using the diamond blocks as a building block. So I was using a silk touch axe to dig them out so they would retain sort of their integrity. But for now, I'll go on hold with using those, and I will collect those in the future. But I will continue to attempt to use diamond tools for my videos as long as I can handle using those up. So you can see that I am beginning to whittle away the glass here, and I'm going to use more netherrack to create sort of a giant anchor that is tied into the island with the wood and with the brick and everything. So it looks like it's really fused. Fused, that's the word that I'm looking for. Fused. So let's continue the project. I'm gonna lose a little bit of sunlight here. So after I put these little slabs in, give me 1 minute, and then what I will do is go to sleep. So we've got a little bit more light for this video, and we'll continue this thing in a moment. Big yawn waking up here for the next part of the project. So where did we leave off? So you can see that I'm gonna make this more than just a flat 2D sort of structure. So let me go below and show you guys sort of what the next part of this is going to look like. So I want to bring, here we are. I want to bring the fence down just a level right here. There we are. And we're going to throw a piece of brick right there. Yeah, now hopefully I didn't just mess all of this up because I'm remembering it wrong. But I don't think that I did. Oops. Well, that part I obviously put in wrong. Nice fast diamond axe, so you don't have to wait on that. But we're going to bring this down on all 3 sides, and then a piece of rock there. Okay. And, or I should say brick, not rack. And 1, 2, 3. And there we are. Oops, that's a slab. I want to do a full-size block. Oops, wrong tool. So good for not paying attention. Here we are. Looks good. And so we're just going to make this structure go just a little bit deeper to give it some more verticality. There. Did we get all 4 sides? Yes. Yes, we did. Great. Great, great, great. Well, let's go back up and continue from the top. Here's sort of our little shortcut to get up. Why not? It works. Alright, so you guys will see what I'm doing here in just a second. Let's get rid of some of this glass. It is in the way. And this will go here. Perfect. And this will go here. I think we're going to do, yes, 2 on each end to connect to the M. Very good. And we're going to connect this down on the bottom. Let me show you what I mean. Just like that. All right. So it gives it a little bit of, I guess I should say, a variety in the look or the style. So it's not all just exactly identical or just boring and the same. So let me, and what's nice is when this thing is done, you'll be able to kind of jump in here and go down here and everything and check everything out along the way. So we've got these. We're going to stretch across this way, just like that. All right, so we're going to do the same exact step on all of the other ends, and I know that this is going to go here, so I might as well add that in now. Let me look at this from a few different angles, make sure that I didn't forget anything. Oh, I did. I got to put this in and make it go just a little bit deeper. There we are. Okay, great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set in some trapdoors right here also. And you can see how this is going to work. And then these fence posts down here might web into a little bit more of a wooden system or support system down on the bottom. And then that'll all tie into the pillars that I plan on putting on the inside of the island that shows how I can make that huge cavern to hold all of this up and how we could dig out the inside in there. And I talked earlier in a much earlier episode about wanting to do that and make some supports down there. So I'm excited about that next step. But let's repeat this little thing in all of these other areas. So we've got these two that we knocked out, right? We're just gonna match the same exact thing. So we'll go 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. See what we did there? All right. So let's knock all of these out. All right, and then this piece here will carry down. There it is, and hook onto that one, which will also hook onto that one. Great. All right, let me look at this from another angle, make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to cause us to have to redo everything, because once again, you guys know that I am famous for having to redo my mistakes, which is okay. That's part of Minecraft. That's part of the game. Great. I think this is all correct. All right. So I'm gonna hook this on here, and one over here. There we are. Then that's gonna come out 2. This one I've only put on 1, so there's 2. Now you guys can see that I've created some netherrack down below. I did that on purpose because I plugged the hole that I knew I would fall down a bunch of times while I did this project. So I foresaw the inevitable, and just in case I fall, I won't fall through to the ground to my demise. So that's why all of that is there. You guys know me. You've seen me fall in previous videos. So and I use the netherrack, as you know, to stand out from the dirt, because typically you'll find, ooh, I need more fence. Typically you'll find that people will use just dirt as their scaffolding, which is fine, but I've got so much dirt on this island, I don't want to have difficulty sort of telling the difference between what I've got going on with the island and what I've got going on with my scaffolding. So for those of you who have not used the PC version 1.8 lately, and I know it's not all that new, but just in case you're like me and you take random hiatuses, here we are. This is how you make the new fences for the specific type of wood. I think the old recipe still works. I'm not 100% sure about that. Let's just make a little bit extra. That way we don't even have to worry about coming back. And if we do, if I'm wrong, then we just come back. Not a big deal in Bryland. There we are. I think that'll be enough for now. I'm trying to keep my bags at least minorly organized in here. Alright, so this is the side that we started with, and that all looks correct. And this was the second side, looks good. And now the third side. Are these sides? Maybe I should call them corners. Call them whatever you want. So I'm wondering, have you guys seen any great movies lately? You guys know I love that topic, and the last movie that I went to the theaters saw was Interstellar. And honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much. And I know the expectations were high from our amazing director who did the Batman, and expectations are always high. And I talked about the hype train in a previous video. And I try not to buy into the hype train or listen to it, and just kind of build my own expectations and go off of that. And if it's a great movie, awesome. And if it doesn't turn out to be a great movie, that's okay. Maybe I can just kind of form my own opinion without listening to the hype train, and then I can avoid the disappointment. But Interstellar was great. It was a great movie. It's very science fiction, and I think it had enough action and deep thought, and I thought it was really cool. And the lead actor did much better than I thought he would. I'm not typically a fan of his, but I thought it was just great. I thought it was super entertaining, and there were some parts in it that were unpredictable. Ooh, I think I went the wrong way with one of my fences here. Well, either way, I'm going to take another look at this, and I'm going to take another nap to bring back some of the sunlight. I'm going to try to do most of my work in the sunlight for you guys, especially since I don't have a million torches set up over here on this project. So let's take a little snooze and get back to it. Yeah, another big yawn to continue the project here. And alright, let's take another look. Make sure we've got everything squared away. My corners look right here. Out two. These corners look right. And out two. Excellent. I think we've got it very symmetrical. I said symmetrical. Oh well, that's okay. Alright. The next step that I have is I'm going to put a full block here and a full block here. And then we're going to do yeah, let's do 3. Perfect. And we will do a single slab here, just like that. So we're creating a variation in the depth and sort of the look and design. I like how this right here, that notch does not connect to the slab, so it goes into the thicker brick, and then that slab is there like to support the bricks. I know that sounds like gibberish, but some of you might understand kind of what I'm going for there. And we will put the trap doors. Oh, I need more trap doors. I'll go make some more in a moment, but we're going to put the trap doors right here. Now, I think what I've created is sort of a fall-proof structure, and I worked on this for a while with the fence and everything, and there will be a way through, and there will be a way to fall down, but it'll be closer to the chain. I want, if I'm going to be running back and forth from the island and everything, to be able to get through this without falling through. Of course, when that door's closed, that wouldn't be a problem. So that is the goal here. So let's get the other sides to match. How did I do that? I've got my 2, I've got 2 and then 3 out. So on this one, right by the doors, I've got two bricks, 2 nether bricks. It's easy when you do this to sort of mix up what you're doing. So we got 1 and 2 there, and then they extend out 3. And I believe that these should touch kitty corner like that. Perfect. Alright, and then we can put in our trap doors there when I get there in a minute, once I put some more together. So 1, 2, then these come out 3, 2, 3, and 2, 3. Great. See, and if we do all these sides together in small steps like this, it will honestly just make the whole entire project a little bit easier, or more difficult if I repeat a mistake 4 times. Let's create more trapdoors. Trapdoors are pretty easy to make. We just need some slabs, some wooden slabs. Do I have any more than that? Did I use them all up on the fences? Here's some spruce. Well, we can go ahead and make more. What's the difference? There we are. So we just take these like that. I think I needed 6. Here we are. And if I end up with a couple extra, that is okay with us. Let's head on over. This is the side that we should have completed. Yes, it is. And let's finish this side. Now, I like to attach them all the same, so they all open in the same direction. Put them right on the nether brick. There we are. And who knows? Maybe one day down the road, they'll do like a Minecraft 2.0 expansion that adds hinges and another little flare on those blocks. And if they do, I want them all to show on the same area. I know that's extremely unlikely, but that's why I do the symmetry, even though it's symmetry you can't technically see. But that's how we roll here in Bryland. And let's begin working on some of our pillars. Great. And by pillars, I mean the things that will hold up the anchor to the chain. And I've got a little bit of obsidian here because it's going to take something really strong to hold that chain on. And that's where the obsidian is going to come in. So we're going to put this here. And let's go 1, 2, 3 high. Yeah, just like that. And then we're going to put a stairway here. Nope, I want that to face the other direction. Gonna put the stairway there. Just like that. Great. And what we're gonna do is essentially create a little bit of a doorway that's gonna allow me to enter to where the chain is from every direction that I've got going on here. So one there, 1, 2, 3. And this will create my nice little archway in the door. Excellent, just like that. And then we put a slab here, and then part of my pattern that'll make my anchor look all pretty, we'll be putting some obsidian here. There we are, like that. And you guys will see how that all ties in here in a few minutes. But let's head on over to this side and put our another brick here also. 1, 2, 3. Oops. I think I made that too tall. Yes, I did. That's okay, we can shape it down. I'm gonna make sure that this is the right height, and it looks like it is. So that will work great. Back it up just a little bit and take a look at what I've got going on here. Okay, good. That's not, yeah, that's too tall. That's not the height that I want. Let's take that down. Ooh, it's nighttime already. You guys can see that I'm actually losing some of the day in between my cuts just because of things that I'm putting together. But let's put our bricks here, and we'll take another nap and come right back to the project in just a moment. There we are, and my obsidian. Ah, good, I've got more nether brick here. I thought I brought enough. Oh, and there, looks good. So 1, 2, 3. There we are. And stairs here. Stairs here. And a slab there. And then on top goes our super duper strong obsidian. Beautiful. You know what? I know it's getting dark, but let's go ahead and use this stairway. One here. And the slab in between. Great. And right there. Beautiful. All right. We've got a structure going that the chain is going to hook onto here eventually. It's coming together, looking beautiful. You know what? For this, I think this will be a good stopping point for us before we continue on to the next part. I appreciate you guys coming along. Let me take a little nap here and give you guys one more view of where we're at and how it's looking from the top of the house. Ooh. All right, and here we are with a nice pretty view of what we've got going on. It matches the island much more than the glass that we had there, and it still looks a little crazy without the finished product being on it. But I got some ideas to make it look a little bit prettier, and some of the brickwork, some of the complicated step work and all that sort of reminds me of the fire floor on the Tower of Elements that you guys have seen. and it's kind of fun. I'm excited about how it's turning out. Even from this angle, I'm pleased with it, and it's gonna make a lot of sense for something that's holding the chain on. So thanks again, guys, for coming. And major miners and minor miners, come back to Bryland soon, and let's finish up this chain project. Alrighty, gang, I'm glad you came and helped me work on the main chain. Next time you come, be ready, because your mines, we're going to maim.